Alright, back at trying to catch this fish in front of this drainage here. First cast. Alright, so that was a good indicator when that starts off already. Another overcast morning here. But it feels alright. Just wish the sun would come out. Totally throwing off the vibe. Alright, let's see if we can get this bass. The Archer, what's going on? Sort of spirit was cracking. A little late start, but I couldn't go to sleep last night, so we here now. Yesterday I ended up with some nice bait, but could not get a redfish up. But we're gonna get a bass this morning. I'm convinced there's fish hanging around that. Alright. Nothing yet, just that was literally my second cast, so we just get literally started. So the hopes is we'll get something here soon. But I don't want to jinx myself here. I'm going with that roadside minnow that I got from a mystery tackle box. And we're gonna see if this, well, that's not gonna do the job right there if I'm throwing over the drainage. Just get my fishing in, y'all. Every day we're fishing here. There's a little bit of wind I was looking for. I do have that trout trick that I was throwing yesterday on a jig head that I'll try over here too. Just see if that might make a difference with the color. I'm just using a Texas rig. Try and true has worked. It's what I grew up throwing when I was younger. This is my preferred rig to use, so that's what we go with. Let's see if I do a side. That side cast was exactly that side cast. But I think with the cooler days we've been having, I think the water temperature definitely starting to come down because it's been a scorcher. Oh, that's emails. So all I'm trying to do is just cast. I need to be a little bit closer to that, but be in that journal area in front of this drainage here. And then hope that whatever was tagging this the other day might still be hanging out. And all the bass I've caught, big bass, even on top water, have been around this spot. My biggest bass has been right over here. So I'm hoping this is like a little honey hole for these guys to hang out around. You fish enough, you know where the fish hang out, you know what I mean? Dragon stick, I knew it. It wasn't fighting me. That's okay if I'm on the bank there. I just gotta get it off the bank. Nah, that went too far up. Let's see if I can try to make this a productive Saturday. That's the hopes. Stay. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Match in. We keep that thing on as always. There's no Uncle Ruckus anymore. If anything, it's Baby Ruckus. Shout out to Mario with the donation. I didn't go to that thing last night. I just went to the, I guess Good Hops on the island had a NC State get-together thing that, snap. Again, we're hitting the top of this damn thing. I can get close. You know, why am I making this harder for myself? I can definitely be a little more precise with this if I just step to the side. I can live with that. But it was crazy because it was just, I've never seen so many people in red. All right, there we go. That's what we're trying to get to. I'm about to take the hoodie off. This is a little warm in this bad boy. This is literally right behind my fence here. So, there it is, Mario. Uncle Ruckus is literally out in the pond. I see him cruising by as a baby gator. Nothing back here. I just fish and catch and release. Now, if I'm saltwater fishing like I was doing yesterday, we try to keep what we catch if it makes sense. And everything you catch is worth keeping. My buddy Brad yesterday, he actually caught a nice blue in his cast net while catching menhaden, but I don't like blues like that. I know people do, but Fish, we know y'all hanging over here. I refuse to believe that there's not a fish right here. It's coming across the top of this. If I make enough ruckus that the fish will be like, all right, I gotta come up and see what this is about. Oh, it's this nice looking green bait here. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna dragging sticks. We're running across. There's some big carp back here too, but we're not trying to catch those this morning. We're trying to catch ourselves bass. Ooh, fish on, fish on. Not a big guy, but still a fish on. Hit that immediately. Swag surfing right there. Oh man, this dude got jacked right in the eyeball. No good. Ah. All right. First fish off the roadside minnow here. And let me snap my picture real quick. Let 13 minutes. 13 minutes to catch this guy here. Not a big one, but we're still here. Hey, Matt, I appreciate the love. Let's get this guy back in the water here. All right. There's no way this dude is stunned. He was barely out of the water. I hate that. I hate that. All right. That's the first. That was less than 30 seconds. That dude was out of the water. Man, I hate that. Hey, 12 likes, that's what's up. And we got a donation of $4.99 from Mario. Shout out to Mario for that. We got 185 y'all in here. Let's see if we can run the likes up this morning. It is Saturday. One thing I do, I'd never take my, I don't know, just something the way I was taught when I was younger. I don't ever take my hook all the way through to the other side. I just keep it tucked in there. And I don't know. Old habits die hard. I guess that's going to be some gator treat. But that's not the bass we want. We want a bigger bass. But that was on the roadside. I like that. I don't know. I was thinking wearing a hoodie. I'm about to pop this thing off. This will be the next move right here. Throw this on the fence. Let's throw this in there and let it just hang out. You thought you were going to try to backlash me. Let's do this here. Got to get that loose. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. Especially with a hoodie on. I was a medium-sized bass. Nothing I would get overly hype about, but again, like I said, I'm fishing literally behind the house. very sad apple tree. I don't know why this thing died, but it did have some apples on it. But pretty convenient, you have to say. I either kayak, I use that little yellow boat out here sometimes. Look, Jay, I might have to. All right, the Archer, I appreciate you popping in, all. If you're bouncing, all right, let's see here. How sick that would have been if those fish hanging out right there on this. Back myself up. If I caught a fish with this, I'm definitely not switching. Trying to see if there's something bigger than a 4-pound hanging out right there. And my setup really simple. This is the nitrous. I need to really wash this off. Nitrous, quantum nitrous, bait caster. I've had this thing for like years now, many years. And Fate Black is like 7 foot 4 inch bait caster rod that I got. What is this? Heavy fast. It's probably great for saltwater. I check my hook. Wait. Make sure my hook ain't jacked up here. Fix that. All right, 14 legs. All right. Hope everyone's doing all right this morning. That wasn't crazy. I knew they liked this color. I had the one bit the tail off yesterday. Or not yesterday, day before. I mean, it's very rare I get like that many bites and not actually pull one up, but couldn't set the hook properly. You know, I still gotta get my walking and my exercise on. Workout this morning. Usually I already have this done before 7 o'clock. There we go. Come on. Catching, snagging bottom here. I just think there's some stuff right there that the fish like to hang out. Plus, there's some depth right there. Let it marinate for a minute. Yo, CVS just getting started. I got one fish in. The creek fisherman, what's going on? Mako was good. Ava, Mallory, Anna, Emilio. All right. I'm not worried about getting skunked this morning, so that's nice. I'm just trying to play around this drain pipe. You can't convince me there's not bass there. I've caught a lot of bass around here, so that's the only reason why I'm giving it the time of the day right now. Trying to see if we can get a big one to show up. I'll give it a few more casts and we'll move somewhere else. But first fish was like in under 15 minutes, which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. They usually don't go down like that. I've had some luck with the first cast a few times. I had some luck with the last cast. It's really a mixed bag. These fish back here are not easy to catch. All right, last cast, then we move. Maybe they got spooky like we got to bounce. A homie got. Can't believe that fish did not make it. Snagged him in the eye, but like I shouldn't have. I should not render him like that. The way the sun's been lately, you gotta go out when it pops out, because it takes no time for that sun to disappear. Make sure I'm staying on anthill. See, that would have caught me lacking there. You know, I lied. I'm gonna try this other bait. See if it makes a difference. Let's try the. And I see some figs too. Never thought I'd be a fig person, but they're actually pretty good. Pretty good. Put you here. Let's see. I just want to throw this here real quick and just see if it makes a difference. Again, this is a jig head with it's called a trout. It's a Z-Man. It's a trout trick. The color is Festivus. Actually, I was surprised I caught a dogfish, lizardfish with this yesterday. I really don't fish with jig heads back here, so this would be a first if I catch a fish with it. And I've been on this thing where every fish I catch, I take a picture, big or small, doesn't matter. Trash fish, stingray, if it gets on the line, we snap it. Come on now. All right, let me get one more cast here. Maybe sometimes they're not into what you're throwing sometimes. Backyard. Cassius, yeah. Look, man, you be switching it up sometimes though. You have to admit that. All right, I got you, bro. I got you. Backyard, y'all. Backyard ponds where you can find me right now. 26 likes, that's what's up. We got a $5 donation there too, so shout out to y'all. Alicia, yes, love it. I love it so much I do it every day. So either I'm here or like yesterday I'm on the skiff throwing the line. I try to just have fun with it. Don't take myself too serious. And, you know, get after it. Oh. You know what I might try? Let's see if I can pull it off though. It's not that windy. Maybe I can try to get out into this deeper part of the pond. Shall we get on the pedal boat? I think we should. It's not often, it's not windy back here, so I might as well take advantage of that, you know what I mean? And then I can try to fish around some other spots. Let's do that, shall I? Let's do that. Let's get that. Mm-hmm. Are my seats wet here? Of course they are. Let me see if I can do something about it real quick. Bear with me, y'all, as I try to get some of this water off the water bee here. I got some, there's a frog hideout. It was like 3 or 4 green frogs hanging out. We're on the move here. Now this didn't come with the fishing rod holder. I had to add these bad boys, but it was the best add-on for the water bee here. All right, it's gonna get a little shaky here for a second while I push this thing out. Get myself on here. You gotta do the kickoff. That felt good. All right, we made it. All right, y'all, we're here. 225. Let's see if we can run the likes up. There's a lot of y'all in here. We can get these likes 100 for sure. But we're on the water beat now. Paddle boat. This was my go-to boat last year. Got me through a lot of fishing, I'll tell you that. All right, so we got to the deeper part of the pond here. Throw this jig. See if we can get a fish. Bigger fish that might be hanging out in the deeper part of the water here. Let's get it. I can live with this. As long as it's a slow drift. This thing is not equipped with any high-tech gear, as you can tell. Got to rely on my fishing senses here. I'm just casting out far so I can hopefully cover a lot more area as I retrieve it back. So all I got is the jig, and then I got the Texas rig. We'll make our way there. But no skunk this morning. I got a bass at the spot the other day that was, I feel like people were losing faith in me, but I pulled one up this morning. It wasn't a big one. It checked the box though, so. Terry, what's going on? Scott, I caught something in the first 15 minutes. Goofy, was the rod broken because you're celebrating because you caught 6? That's pretty epic. I might break a rod if I caught 6 bass. Hey. Probably not, but I find something that will be okay. I can hear the wind rustling through the trees. See, if I had a crankbait, this would be perfect spot to be throwing it, because I've had a lot of fish I've caught just casting and retrieving slowly. Come on now. Come on. Make sure I gotta fix this. All right, there we go. Make sure it's not all crooked here. What was? I'm getting a tap. That's a. Just had a hit. This reverse on this thing sucks. It's the only criticism about this. I would do a full 360 before I go where I want to go. Let's see if we can get that back, that feeling again. I'm pretty sure that was a hit. Come on. At least I'm getting something. Something's trying it. Come on now. I have to get ninja focus here. It's not enough that I feel like I gotta sense it. Again, all I'm doing, I'm using, this is a Z-Man trout trick. I think I've maybe thrown it once before or used it once. Tried using it yesterday because I couldn't find, bait was hard to come by. Caught a lizard fish with it. Maybe I just need to. All right, y'all. Trying to catch some bass back here. Oh, that's no good, man. Where is Ocean? Mac. I think that's more north of Wilmington. Or wait a minute, I'll lie. That might be south. Like, don't hold me to that. Sounds familiar, but I want to say it might be maybe south. Eric, what's going on? I appreciate the positive vibes, y'all. And we're at 41 likes too. Shout out to Mario again for the donation. I can get me some new lures. Put some gas in the boat. Trolling motor is working fantastic. It only shut off once as we were like basically about to leave yesterday. So, and that was almost like after 2 hours of fishing. So, if you've been following along, that thing's been on one. Look at this wind coming out of nowhere. Never fails. Do feel a little bit of raindrops too. That's not gonna work. It starts raining. What I've learned is the iPhone don't like getting wet. It starts opening. Apps, closing things out. So if you like streaming with your phone and you have an iPhone, just definitely take note of that. George, I appreciate that. Hey, Eric, that's what it's like, yo. People don't realize that's fishing right there. Some of the best catch I've had has been whenever we're about to wrap up. It's been really slow. My biggest flounder has been literally after we're about to call it. Losing daylight. I mean, I know people spending a heck of a lot more money going further out and not catch anything. So I'm okay with coming back here. I can always get my get back at some point. If not this morning, I can come in the afternoon. It'd take 15 minutes just to try and throw. Get a rep. Okay. That's another thing, mother. Man, I lose my pole. That would have been tragic. Tragic, tragic, tragic. Just toss that behind me. Almost broke my line off. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Gotta have a little bit of chaos. Coupled by some wind that wants to push into the tree line here. I'm gonna get myself reset. So I'm getting a little bit of exercise here this morning. Might constitute this as my 2 miles if I can. That just occurred to me. I can do that. It's part of my workout. So I work out like every day and I fish every day. At least an hour I get fishing in, so I try to make it worthwhile. Eric, I do both. I got my bait caster with me. That's why I caught the bass on earlier on the bait caster. I was using it. I had Texas rig on and like a, I don't know how to best describe it. It's like a swamp green, a little bit of black. Not a fluke, but a paddle tail, soft plastic. What'd I tell y'all? As soon as I get on this thing, the wind wants to all of a sudden pick up. Fish on. Fish is on. Oh! Oh my God. All right, let's do it again. I'm just mad I couldn't get it in the boat, messing around. I've never, no, I can't say I have. I see them on sale all the time. I should grab a few. It's like if you shop at Dick's Sporting Goods, something you can do if you get their app and you work out, like, I think you like points you can get. You got to do 3 miles or 10,000 steps. I don't know what it is, but each day you get 3 points. And at 300, that's a $10 gift certificate. So, I mean, it's not then, I mean, you're not going to buy everything you want, but hey, it's $10 off something that you might want and save a little while also taking care of yourself. So, like, I got a $10 one that I got to use here before the end of this month. So I'm trying to decide what to get. I do need to get a new cast net, a bigger cast net. I do need to get a net back here. I can always use a new reel to go on the countless poles that I have with no reels on them. That was a nice fish too. Disappointed in myself messing around. That's what happens when you let the fish jump around like that. That was all on me. Weird, really? They don't do that? That's crazy. Okay. Alright, let's get our get back here. That was on the jig head. I've never had a bass on it, so I'm, again, trying something new here. It's all about confidence. At least when it comes to my fishing. It's not good enough to... These fish back here are very, very selective with what they like to eat. But you do it enough, you start learning some stuff, man. I'm telling you. It's like right underneath the boat. That's happening. I get myself spun around here. So I'm getting a little bite there, but that's a fish right there. Come on, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Heck yeah, crappie. That's a nice size crappie too, y'all. I've been missing these guys for a minute. I haven't caught one in months. All right, let's get my life here figured out here. Crappie on the Z-Man trick trout, or trout trick. That's a nice size little crappie there too. Let me snap my picture with this guy here. Got fish number 2. I had another one, but I finally got this guy in. I was using, let's see if I can get my phone set right here. Where we at? I gotta get the pedaling. Otherwise, I'm gonna go missing here. This is what we're using here. Trout King, nothing crazy here. Let's get him back in the water. Come on, Tim. The wind decided to pick up. That was literally right by the boat, too. That was personal, bastard. All right. Let me get myself reset here. I don't know if you hear that wind now. It's starting to show up. This has been a great morning of fishing so far. Traffics. I wonder if I can buy parts for this thing. I have to look that up. I know these things are old, but let's pedal, work against this wind, y'all. Hey, I appreciate the likes too, the reactions, the donations. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure y'all check out the channel. Like and share, like and share, like and share. That's all I ask. Just like and share. Also, if you ever come to Carolina, North Carolina, more specifically Carolina Beach area, definitely check out I do have a charter business. It's called Audi Silent Charters. My hopes is someday I just be able to just take people out. The content takes care of everything else. That's what I would love to be able to do. Then it's just fun, and I get to do something I enjoy, get people to do something that they may not even get a chance to do, and at the same time make content with it. So it's a process, but that's the vision here. So we get another fish, but a crappie. That was not on the list this morning. But now I know what they like, so expect more of those guys to show up. Dang. Good morning, Pure Alaska. What's good? DJ, all right, you missed it. I caught a nice crappie and bass already, so. And I had a fish on that put on a little bit of a show before it decided to abandon me right at the boat. That's the second fish that's out here in the deeper part of the pond, though, so. I'm gonna skip my walk this morning and just paddle out here. I think that qualifies as cardio doing this here. Light cardio. And some lifting. I gotta watch this fishing pole behind me though. Let's see if we can get another fish, man. Let's get another fish here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning too, so that's not lost on me. I appreciate everyone that supports the channel pops in. I know there's some regulars for sure, so shout out to every one of y'all. Most days you'll find me out here. I'm fish. I've been, my streak's been going pretty strong. I've been fishing every day. I find a way to sneak it in. With the temperature being what it's been, makes it a little bit easier getting out a little bit later, but we know fish like to be active in the morning and in the evening, so sometimes you gotta take what opportunities you can get. Plus, I have a job, so I can't really, sometimes I have to mix it up. Come on now. That was a hit. Are we dragging bottom? That might be just, that might not have been it. That might be just me on the bottom, but that's good though. Might just try to see if I can find I need to see if I can find another neck mount that has like a cold shoe on where I can have my mic attached to, so I can have proper audio, because there's just gonna be some days where the wind's gonna be kicking. I can avoid it completely by having the right setup, you know. Nah, Mac. This boat was free 99. I picked it up from a lake down at Carolina Beach. They were getting rid of them because I guess they were draining the lake, and they actually had these kayaks along with the. This is a. What is this? This is a tandem paddle, but they had quad ones too. But I didn't think that was necessary to get a quad. So as long as you're willing to pick it up, bring it home, you get to take it. So I had a bunch of barnacles on the bottom. I had to clean it up, but it was fine. And then I added the fishing rod holder. There was a third one, but it's kids. Every once in a while, you'll find this thing floating out in the middle of the pond. And I don't know why it just triggers me, because when I'm driving down the road, pulling up to the house, you just see this yellow boat floating with nobody on it. So there was a blue boat that was out here, but I got my neighbor to take it out because, man, the boat plug wasn't in it, but kids would push it off and it'll get banked up against the opposite side of the pond here, and it's full of water, and so I have to like bail it out and then paddle back, back to the other side. It's a freaking workout. That's the last thing I want to do, is deal with something that's not even my problem. So I have this. I'll either get on this here. I do have a kayak, a fishing kayak too, that you'll find me on sometimes. It all just depends on whether or not I want to bring it out. But and then I do have a John boat in the backyard that needs a little bit of love. But I don't know the first thing about, what is it, rigging or setting up a boat. So that's something I gotta work through. But I do want to fix it up, because that could be my boat that I could take around, like trailer it, take it to like lakes and stuff like that. And then I do have, if you had watched yesterday when I was streaming, I have a 21-foot Carolina Skiff Ultra Elite that I keep. the water so I don't have to deal with trailing. And do a lot of fishing on that bad boy. It's a great fishing boat. It's a great recreational boat. So totally recommend y'all check it out. Martin, I appreciate the love. It's harder when it's windy. This is the only time when this thing might be a pain in the butt to be on. So hey, look, I'm a firm believer you got to get the fishing in where you can. I mean, everybody's gonna tell you fish early, but you know what? Fish when it works for you. Again, this is in my neighborhood, but what's great about this is natural. It actually was bigger until they start putting houses back here. There's a creek that runs back here. I'm pretty sure that's where the alligators come from. Because there is an alligator. I don't know where it's at now, but I saw it this morning, coasting from one side to the other. But everything's in here natural. The only thing that was stock was a grass carp that you see me caught a few times back here. But this water is I would say is brackish to some extent. How brackish, I don't know. But there are blue crabs. I kid you not, blue crabs in this water. I've seen them many times swimming along the bank. I'm pretty sure if I go behind the woods here, there's like thousands of fiddler crabs, gigantic fiddler crabs that I want to catch so bad, but they're fast and there's a lot more tree roots, so they're not easy to get to. And I've tried with the shovel, like those roots you're not getting. They have the perfect habitat. That's why they're so massive. Birds can't mess with them. Nothing. Compared to the ones I normally get. Terror bear, 10 pounds. That's a pretty fat bass. I think I've caught, the only I've caught 10 pounds has been, a grass carp. All right. John, I'm not sure what we're talking about, man, but am I under my boat here? I'm just gonna stick with this because it's been working out. If it's not broke, why fix it? The sun's trying to come out. It's clear over there. A little dark and stormy. You're right, there's gotta be a thanks again for the donation, dog. Shout out to Martin. He's gonna get me some new lures here, I tell you that. All right. I'm hoping it's gonna be a beach day today. That'll be nice. We haven't been on the boat to go to the beach in weeks. I'm not gonna be able to do it next weekend because I got family reunion, and then the weekend after that I have my first soccer game that I gotta coach, and then I gotta move my kid back to school, and then we're gonna be back in school again for everybody, and back in car lines, and late start to the morning. I feel like summer has came and went basically. I'm just trying to drift and try to stay in one place, but this wind, man, it's got me moving like all side to side here. boat. It works, but you got to be on the steering and the rudder for sure to make sure I'm not sideways on when I either casting or trying to retrieve. John Joe. Gavin was good. Yeah, caught a carp, man. Nice sized carp. Not carp, lie. Crappie and a small little bass. Caught the bass on the Texas rig that I was throwing earlier. And I had another bass on with this bad boy, the jig head. My seat keeps dropping back and it's causing me to fall backwards. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. All right, that might help with my posture here. Hey, 65 likes. Appreciate the love. The streams have been on fire lately. Again, if you're new, I go live every day. And if you like fishing and boating content, you might be in the right spot. But we try to keep it casual, keep the vibes positive over here. I literally woke up. I haven't even had a coffee yet. I haven't done nothing but fishing. So and then like the house is like right here off in the distance, right there where my fishing rod's holding up, pointing at. So that's why you find me a lot of times out here, get my fish on. Love to pull up to a lake someday, but I'm not sure if I want to bank fish at a lake. Maybe I could bring the kayak with me. That definitely be an option. Let's see if we can get one more fish here before I got to sign off here. See, look at this. Turning. Turning. I like to call this bonus time. I try to stream just for like an hour. Anything above that is overtime, bonus time. I usually reserve that if I feel like I got something happening that I might want to get to close out strong. I think what I'm gonna do is after I get off here, I might just put my music on or my podcast and pedal around the pond, get my 2 miles in on the water. I don't know why it just occurred to me because I'm like, I don't have a bike, so I'm like, this would be a great substitution for that and a lot more work. Come on now. Why are we all twisted up here? All right, we got it all. Come on out. Let's see. Let's get it. Player 2.0, what's up? Trying to see if I can get lucky, man. You never know. Hey, 70 likes. Can we close out with 100? That would be next level. I gotta get back out to the middle because I'm gonna get pushed. So might as well make it. Give myself a little more time to drift. The wind is picking up. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. I don't know if you saw that, but this damn seat locks in there and it just keeps falling back. It's the only thing I hate about this boat. We're gonna have to fix that. It makes sense because I guess it's adjustable depending on how big you might be to get in here, but it just doesn't stay in place. Yeah, caught a crappie with this guy here on a jig head. Z-Man trout trick. Festivus for the rest of us. Well, it's called Festivus. I just added that out of the part for no reason. All right. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. I'm gonna tell myself. It's like a good spot to. All right. Let's get a cast here. Yeah, I got 2 cup holders. And got a little cubby where I can put a cooler if I wanted to. This is the rudder that I got to work with. Sometimes it doesn't work the way you want it to, but I just use my elbow to turn sometimes, and if I'm holding my rod in my hand, if I need to move to the steer to the left. This definitely checks off 2 boxes. My hour of fishing and my outdoor workout, I'll tell you that. I just gotta hit the gym now. And lucky for me, I got that in the garage, so don't have to go nowhere. Pine straw. Alright. Alright, that's probably my last cast. We'll see if we make this count here. In the meantime, guys, make sure y'all like and share, and please subscribe to the channel. Again, I go live every day. That's been the move. I don't know if I can keep that up, but right now, we're going strong. So, you find me either fishing in my HQ, which is the backyard pond, or sometimes you might find me again on the dock or on the boat fishing. The alligator right there is coasting along the bank there. It's a tiny guy. I thought I had something there for a second. It's just me catching bottom. It's been one of those weird summers. The alligators have been really, really small. Usually there are dinosaurs hanging out back here. I mean, like to the point where I wouldn't be on this thing. That's how big they are. Too many people have been getting cooked by alligator. So we try not to, I don't mean to do anything stupid. It just literally went underneath those branches there in the water. But again, small guy, so I can fight that dude. It's just a trail. Nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna. That challenge would never be accepted, especially with the gator. And what else, is lurking in the water here? I'm gonna have to respectfully decline that, John. I've seen kids out here fishing though, which is kind of wild. I've like text parents like, yo, y'all know there's alligators in here, so if you not trying to have your kids on a shirt, you might want to get them from, I mean, because usually they're chilling on the bank, but again, it's been the small alligator ruling the entire pond. Early spring there was at least 3. All right, let's see if I can paddle. Everybody knows it's never really like the last cast, but it's like the last cast to last cast. Hey, the sun's coming out. This might be a beach day. All right. This wind's not going anywhere. All right, y'all. It's been real. Fish were caught this time back here. In fact, I caught a crappie, which again I have not caught one of those in a while. So this makes the stream a little bit more special. It's nice to catch something that you don't catch that often, because normally I'm not throwing what I need to catch them. But was not skunk. Whoa. Was not skunk, and it ended up being a really great morning for fishing. So hopefully y'all get a chance to do some fishing yourself. In the meantime, make sure y'all, again, make sure y'all check out the channel. There's plenty of videos where I catch a lot of fish. There's other stuff. I share a lot of different content. Still trying to find my way out on this YouTube thing, but I'll be back at it tomorrow. And Lord willing, the weather's nice. I might be back here. Might be on the boat. Who knows? So again, like, share, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time we get some fishing in. But thanks for hanging out. Do some fishing yourself. Peace out, y'all.